is rewarded with good and evil is rewarded with evil. Beautiful story. I like it. Is this governor? He was actually a civil servant at the time, and he was also a teacher. And one day, well, that student got the lesson of his life that day. The governor looked at him and said, "What do you mean? Nobody knows. Heaven knows. Earth knows." That reigned in China for 5,000 years, and that is why it's one of the oldest civilizations on earth. It's the culture, the older culture that has been surviving until 60 years ago, 1949, when the Chinese Communist Party to be one with heaven. That moral principles were absolutely incompatible with the atheistic materialism dialectic. So they really, they quickly realized that to put their own culture, they had to erase all that divinely inspired culture that was in China. What we have seen with Journey to the West, for instance, is one classic literature that so everything, all the culture in China is impregnated with that sense of spirituality. So this call, well, it was a call, and then we had an official communication from the theater saying that unfortunately the Shen Yun shows had to be cancelled due to this technical reason. We knew, we suspected that Chinese Communist Party, they move in the darkness. You didn't see them. And so we have the confirmation. Chinese ambassador in Spain shows off how he got to cancel Shen Yun shows in Teatro de Madrid, and how he was the one who invented the technical excuse. And we might have the chance to listen to the whole conversation. They are concerned about the negative effect of cancelling the contract. They did a lot of preparations. At the same time, they want to keep things quiet. So now, as I said, I was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to be compiling the other review. Remember how unlucky you are because you lost your horse, and then he said, "Well, you never know. Good luck, bad luck." Then the horse came back with another horse, and they were so happy, saying, "Wow, you are so lucky, you got another horse." And he said, "Well, you never know." The emperor went to look for all the young boys that were in the village, but not his son because his leg was broken. So an incident where the Chinese Communist Party decided that people from Spain could to you, to tell you what happened, and to tell you that we are in the heart of Europe. Here is where the representatives of is invading Europe. They are invading our cultural institutions. They are deciding. We are talking about a totalitarian regime that kills its own people to sell its organs. It's not a partner that is going to bring glory. It's a destructive force that is going to bring chaos and destruction. So I think this is the moment, and maybe that's where we...
Of European Parliament's Committee on Culture and Education.
Thank you very much. And beside this, I'm a member of the European Parliament's delegation for the relations with China. So therefore, I have been several times to China. This performance, and as you said, it's really a very qualified classical dance, and because I dance myself in my youth age, so I can see it, if it's good dances or not, and they are really the Communist Party of China is fighting against Shen Yun. They regard it as a threat to their power. Because what the Communist Party was doing for them against these sort of performances who highlight the very old and good traditions of Chinese arts. But the date is by 2015, and they do everything to gain it. So that is on the field of culture, what you were describing now, but it's the same with bringing up the military budget. It's very much about power politics. Have a look at Venezuela at the moment. and it's about the surveillance state. And with all the new digital technologies, what they do at the moment is really surveillance of their citizens. And with this certain system. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I need a little bit of lipstick. Maybe it's better. Huh? Sorry.
You still look very nice.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah, okay. What do you think of the Chinese Communist regimes interfering with European theaters to block Shen Yun performing arts?
For me, that is totally unacceptable, because it's the decision of European theaters what they show to their citizens. And therefore, I think there is not any argument justifying what the Chinese Communist Party and their embassies are doing here. And I think we should never give in to that pressure by the Chinese Communist Party, because it's our decision what we show to our theater visitors all over the European Union.
Yeah, and you mentioned you have seen Shen Yun before, and Shen Yun present the Chinese traditions. And what do you think this tradition will contribute to the core value of European values?
I think it's always important to know from where you come from, to know about your traditions and culture and religion in history, in order to learn from that, to cherish it to a certain extent. For me, knowing about traditions is not against modernization, but it's always to make a good mixture from your traditions and to develop further and to learn your lessons from history and tradition.
And the interference, it has stopped Madrid, and Shen Yun can also not perform in some other European cities. What do you think of Chinese Communist infiltration on the European cultural affairs?
Yes, I think, of course, they want to convey their messages, their way of thinking, their authoritarian habits and regime. They don't like the multi-party system of the European Union, because that's a threat to their power. But I'm, as a liberal European woman, I'm very much in favor of the rule of law, of minority rights, of freedom of expression, and I would never accept that the Chinese Communist Party is interfering in our cultural policies.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I will send it afterwards.
Yeah,
to you.
okay,
Yes.
to my office. Thank you very much.
I know you. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Communist Party, Chinese embassy, probably with money, probably with some other tools, I don't know. And as we are doing for cultural activities. And I think this growing pressure, it's something that reminds us of my mandate as president. I'm still not allowed to go to China, and persona non grata, to the Chinese People's Republic. I'm also on the blacklist of Mr. Putin, so I got two small countries where I'm not allowed to go, because I'm to be negotiated. And the fact that in the European Union, some political, some governments, institutions, or others have accepted this kind of things, including of European institutions, don't want anymore to meet the Dalai Lama when he's coming to Europe. Why do we accept that? It's a kind of fascism, sorry. Fascism or Soviet. It has capacity of Chinese ambassador to Brussels, and I will go in Corsica and meet there people who are for autonomy and for independence and so on. I told her, dear ambassador, I can organize a meeting with them. These people are recognized by political party, the freedom of expression in Europe. Whatever is your opinion, as long as you are not violent, you are not, if you are in the democratic sphere, topic not just for the question of situation in China, but for us Europeans, it's about our future. Thank you very much.
Merci beaucoup. So it's a very, very good message. We now have the chance to present some questions to the speakers. Unfortunately, my colleague Helga Trüppel had to leave. She apologizes, but the two of them are here. And please, could you identify yourself presenting a question?
I'm the president of the World Uyghur Congress. Well, thanks for your presentation. It's very good conference. Manipulate and hold the international system, even trying to manipulate the UN. Same time, as we witnessed recently, because I travel quite a lot of European country, and I had a meeting some scholars, professor, and so we have a witness situation for the European democracy value and the human rights. We got the European country is continue, European government continue a lot. This influence of the Chinese really situation really bad. And since 2017, Chinese government CCP implemented so-called eradication camp. Actually, it is cultural influence and it's trying to manipulate all sides. So this issue, and I would like to ask, do you have any plan in the future as a European?
Their economic interests and investments. As I said, Parliament's position has been, we have adopted every year a special report on the situation in China, and in every year we are addressing, have been addressing human rights situation, citizens' rights, minorities like Uyghurs and Tibetans especially. However, I think the problem continues to be that European Union is a very, very, very strong economic and political power if it is united on the basis of pure principles. And these principles are very simple. We can have more contacts with foreign powers when they respect democracy and human rights. That should be so. Unfortunately, our own credibility, if we continue to claim that we are based on democratic rights. Maybe if we can proceed to the second panel now, and then
Okay, so now I will continue. I will just following what Mr. Keller says, but I think what is important, like the event what we have today, because this is the way to bring continuously light to what happened in Europe and in China. I'll just mention that just to have sorry for the promotion, but to say that, for example, I think you will participate the 19th of this month, from the EPP, good friend of all of us, organize an event about the re-education camp, promoting, giving information continuously is very important. We should not stop that. So now I will give the floor to Mr. Matthias Latz, which is the Belgian presenter of Shen Yun Performing Art. And so I will give you first the floor for 10-15 minutes, please.
Thank you. I will also talk about Shen Yun, Shen Yun performances that we have organized in Belgium. And on several occasions, we have also point there is from Denmark, where a email conversation came out that the form was approved from pressure from the Chinese embassy to not have Shen Yun performance. Made a visit to the director of the venue. That man got quite angry with them. Apparently they didn't know that he had been in a communist prison in East Germany many years before. So there the effect was not what they... It was the third time that we went to that venue. And on all the previous years, the people of the venue told us that they had been visited to not give in to that pressure. Obviously we were organizing this show as a commercial partner. We were just renting a venue, and the venue decided not to cancel that contract. So in our case it was not cancelled. However, in 2014 there was a bit of a special situation.
Chinois arrivant en Belgique dimanche matin. On ressort donc les tapis rouges et on déploie à nouveau les grands moyens en matière de sécurité. Nous le verrons dans un instant, mais un autre aspect retient l'attention des autorités belges. Pas question de froisser le régime chinois, par exemple avec des affiches de dissidents. Vous allez comprendre dans ce reportage de Fiona Collier.
Voici l'affiche de la discorde. A priori, un spectacle de danse chinoise qui se donnera à Bruxelles la semaine prochaine, mais la compagnie Shen Yun ne plaît pas du tout au régime chinois. L'organisateur belge a été prié de retirer ses affiches.
Promoteur a reçu
Pay tribute, if you allow me, just to President of the European Council at that time, Herman Van Rompuy, because I had a message, in fact, from Dalai Lama to President Xi Jinping, and asked President Azar to meet President Xi Jinping.
Or I feel that relations between different nations and states are first of all, based on cultural ties, cultural exchanges. Economy and policy is important, but the basis, long-term basis, is, let us say, edited culture, edited cultural expressions. And it is, from one side, the problem of cutting or neglecting long-time cultural continuity.
To remind everybody, you know that too, but 1930s, the German Nazi government was exerting pressure on Western democracy, France, UK and others, to prevent
importantes de Europa se autocensuran en libertades tan básicas como son las libertades de expresión y la libertad artística. Pueden ver ustedes ahí